Greetings. I think I'm on. So, yes, I doubt anyone's going to be around, but I need to plug my phone in. So I won't be a second. I've only got an hour. I've got literally an hour. Oh my God. What a good start. Well, I'm on 13%. Oh, it's here. Right. So I thought I might do a few twigs and maybe see if I can remember enough to rebuff some of the stuff with my own voice from earlier. I have downloaded that, but I'm going to do that at a later date when I've got a little bit more time to put into it. So for now, I'm just going to do some twigging and some thinking. And there was a few things to rebut that were just people wanting to kick people when they're not on their voice and they can just do it. And I'm just, at this point, it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious to me. Hello, guys. Well, she's not here. She's not about at the moment. I've not seen her for ages. She's off on her travels doing things. She's got a lot on at the moment. So we'll see if we can reconvene on Wednesday. But yeah, I just thought I'll just try and squeeze in a quick one, since obviously stuff happened today. And yeah, that was fucking hilarious. But just those fucking grandmas. And it's just I thought to myself, well, I've always pulled evil's arse out of the hole. Every single fucking time. Lima chin game? You know what you're talking about. Is that like a thing in the world? Like a Lima based thing? I'll put my thing on so I can see the chat while I'm talking. But yeah, I mean, as if those guys, they're so pathetic. Honestly, I went over there and it was just them talking to Doshin about his fucking collarbone. And I was like, fucking hell, man, something needs to be done. Well, no, it's for him now. That's for those two now, isn't it? It's the fucking symbiosis. Let me just see if I can get my twigs up. I know that no one's bothered about them, but I actually do. I actually do care about the twigs, even if nobody else does. Oh, I hope that works. Is that going to work? Yes, it worked. Excellent. Evil showed his true colours. He already did, but yeah, I'm surprised at how he's bought into some aspects of it. It's been quite interesting. Here's Cyan, the green-haired crypto nymph. Yes, twigs and berries indeed. Yes, as well as been a few berries ruffled, hasn't there? There's been a few feathers out and a few berries ruffled, right? So how about this then? I took one bone at them, and how long did those fucking streams go for? So yeah, that's my new plan. How easy is that? How easy is that? What have I been doing? I've been missing a trick all this time. I didn't realise the power that I had, and I'm just gonna fucking flex that fucking power, mate. It's like one of those idle games, you know what I mean? Just leave it going, set them up with a few little fucking bits and pieces, and then go and do my shit, and come back in a few hours or in a week even. Practice on my twigs for a bit or whatever. I've not been doing much practicing, obviously, you can tell. Oh fuck, see like that? What an idiot. And just come back and see what they've made up. Do you know what I mean? Because they were going to do that anyway. So I thought, well, I may as well take control of that and give them something, because they're coming up with the most boring bullshit stuff, and because it's Ricardo, it's all super creepy, and really it puts, even if evil can't see it, it puts evil in a hypocritical place, which I don't care to see, to be honest. So if I can manipulate that slightly so that we don't have to watch evil being, made to be the worst person than he is by this horrible creep who can only see things in creepy, over-sexualized ways. At the same time, all this bullshit about me losing it. I mean, I do like that sort of thing, to be honest, because it just really does do all that showing yourself for who you are and all that stuff, which I absolutely love. So it's been great in that sense. But I do apologise for not watching the chat for the second, but I'm just going to do this for a minute, and then when I get a chance, I'll come and see what you guys have been saying. But yeah, Volp, I get what you were saying earlier when you were saying I couldn't trust him. But I can trust him. I can trust Evil. That's the thing. That's when trust is real, and when there's a real level of trust and a real level of acceptance. It really is like, I might not agree with him, but I do trust him. And I do, oh, there we are. And I do think that this isn't anything particularly out of character for him, except for, I don't know, I wouldn't have expected him to have bought into it quite as energetically as he has. But that could just be, you know, a passing thing, to be honest. 30 of these bad boys. What am I doing? Make sure I do that. All right. I'll get up here. Let the twigs see the rabbit. Shout out to Rabby Dude. And let's see what you guys are saying. It's Real Albo or Lame TV. Who knows? Oh, all right, Rabbit Dude. Okay, Real Albo. Why are my comments not allowed on your channel? Rabbit Dude needs tucking. If I said TPO, you have to close your eyes, open your mouth, and take it. Wow, exactly. I'm just going to let him. That's the thing, you see. So I just nip in and out every now and again and do my bit and just see what they make of it, because it's all going to be very, very disgusting. And especially when these people have come at it from such a... well, no, he's got his good, what's it, good deal Vaseline, hasn't he? He's got his good deal Vaseline. But they'll just take it into this really disgusting place, which at the moment everyone's lapping up, but it will get tiring and boring, and it will just get to the point where you're just like, this person's just getting on with their life and just having a laugh, and you guys are just doing this really disgusting shit. And if nothing else, it'll just separate the really disgusting people off, which is kind of what I left to happen with you guys, Albo. Do you know what I mean? And now it's going to happen with these guys as well, because unfortunately, you're all the fucking same. Surprisingly, you're all as bad as each other. That was the surprise. That was the surprise. But then once I'd accepted that, then everything's all right then. It's just like, all right then. So that's where we're at. And that's what it is. But then there was another thing I wanted to mention, which I can mention without having to look away from the twigs. And that was Gussie Goro earlier. So he was doing a bit of a gotcha situation. Will that work? Probably not. No. Fucking up on fiber twigs. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh. So yeah, he was on about this gotcha with this racism thing that happened with Red Bull, right? And I was just like, it just surprised. Well, it didn't surprise me, because I do know that he's after gotchas with me, and has been. That's been kind of like the way we run things anyway. So that's fine. Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, he was like saying, "Oh, you're a racist because you're letting Red Bull be a racist." But he was talking about some discussion that he had with Ron. Now we're talking about Ron here, right? We're talking about fucking Ron for a start, who can give as good as he gets. Let's just say that. And also, we've got individual situations and individual ways of talking with each other. Plus, he went over then to cry to Ricardo about this racism and that he can't trust what I've got to say because I've got racism, while Ricardo is sat there on that fucking place shouting and spouting off about me being a Welsh hog and all sorts of things. So that's just a level of ridiculousness which I find amusing, and someone who's trying to be clever but not that clever, because like you've gone over to someone who's literally shouting at someone for being a Welsh hog and crying for no other reason than they got called out for being a fucking bell end and called out for being a liar and had to admit it. And this has all come from that. And again, he's making shit up again. And again, and Evil's buying into it. And that's the surprising thing. All right, let's have a look what you've been saying. Who is controlling your channel, Real Albo? Yes, who is controlling your channel, Real Albo? Indeed. Indeed. No, it's true though. Giving the keys of your channel to someone else, you never know what's going to happen or who's doing what. My suggestion is, I thought that was a good solution, was just to fucking unban everyone on a Sunday or whatever day you choose. And you're just like, okay, people can do what they want then the rest of the time. And then there's no posturing. There's no messing about. You know, people can do what they want, make the points, say the piece, and then it all gets undone again and it has to all happen again. They don't like it. They don't like having the power taken away from their little machinations. That's why they don't. That's why they have to pull shit like this. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going to fucking pull something then. Why not? Why the fuck not? And from Evil's perspective, he's literally been going around to someone who's been slagging me off. What, are you wanting me to just like fight Evil's battle forever and ever and ever? Be pissed off at someone because they struck his channel, which I was, and I am still pissed off at him for striking Evil's channel. It's fucking ridiculous, and he brought down standards, and I still stand by all of that shit. Well, I don't even need to say it because, oh shit. But I do. Well, I don't, but then you think about it and you see the fucking people who they're talking to, you see the audience, and you're just like, oh no, I do actually have to fucking outline this, because people will choose to believe this ridiculousness. People will choose, like Ricardo will choose to go with this Gussie Goro's, like something that which would have been ridiculous in the past and something me and Ron would have laughed about, is now I've got to be concerned that Ricardo is going to now spin that for his own benefit. And also I dare say that Gussie's finding ways of getting himself, you know, to cause a bit of shit, cause a bit of a ruckus. Oh my God. In his own way, which is where I say it's clever, but it's not so clever because of the placing of where it is. Like, these guys are ridiculous. It has to be more surreal than that. So I'm just going with full surreal at this point. It's like, all right, then you're going to try and make me the butt of the joke, are you? Well, I'll give you the fucking punchline, shall I? Out of the blue. There you go. And that's why he's really crying. That's why he's really crying. Oh, and Albert as well. What about this then? What about this? Hang on. What about this, right? So he's crying because I spoke to... Right, so we've got Evil crying because I spoke to Dean, right? Literally spoke to Dean, that's it. We've got them crying and making up this... What I saw of Ricardo, it was just like the amount of energy that got put in as soon as... And that's why I'm saying, say thank you, CP. And he did. He actually thanked me for it. And that's right, Ricardo. That is right, because that is what I did. I stood there for a second and I thought, shall I do this? And I was like, yeah, man. What, you know, we just give him. May as well give it him. Just give it him. So, like, yeah, I'm glad he noticed. Do you know what I mean? But he's then, like, obviously jumping on it like a starving, hungry fucking kipper like he is. So he's, like, ravenously fucking taking this apart and trying to rebuild it in his, like, fabricated way. Which is interesting in its own way, but it's all this, like, oh... fucking PSG, always been a PSG member, always wanted to be with the PSG, right? This is fucking Ricardo, who only just fucking left the PSG, right? Plus, can you just see my published works, right? So just have a look at my shit. I've just stood my ground all the way along, right? But then, so he's doing that and crying and kicking off and making all this about it when he went over to yours the other day. Did he not? He went over to Albert's. And did not Albert say to him, what the fuck are you doing here, Ricardo, right? Which I laughed at, and then he started defending Cyan. Beautiful Cyan here, look, needing defence, because they run on the fucking damsel in distress bullshit, and that's why they can't have me, because I'm not a damsel in distress. And now they have to find it in each other. And Ricardo will be the damsel in distress by the end of it. He's going to need that good deal Vaseline in the end. He really is. So yeah, he was. Oh shit! So he was over at fucking Albert's, chewing the fat for ages. I spoke to Dean for 2 minutes at Red Bulls, and I'm the enemy, of course. And he's like, oh, thank you, you've given me everything I wanted. No, thank you, Ricardo, because you've shown me everything about you and what you wanted, and you've told me exactly what you wanted. And you've told everyone else there. It's just a shame that nobody else cares, and nobody else seems to have any sort of integrity or want to change anything for the better or maintain any sort of friendship with me or anything like that for some reason. I must have really pissed them off somehow, or really they didn't like my personality and they never said anything, because this is just like ridiculous, right? So apart from like my actual mates who I know are fine, you know, and Ricardo can say what he wants with that one. But yeah, so it's just like, I don't know, like, so what's the problem here then? I spoke to Dean for a few minutes. I mean, this is just a separate issue because the rest of it's just fucking funny and we all know what the problems are and what the real stuff is. But I'm just being rhetorical here. But like, we're talking about a guy who's crying racism while he's calling me a Welsh hog, which is funny. And then you've got a guy who gave the war to Albert when he wanted to, when it suited him. We've got a guy who went over to Albert's the other day just to try and cause drama, make alignments, be a weirdo, and all that crazy, creepy shit. We've got Evil going over to Ricardo's repeatedly under the guise of being neutral and letting us fight it out. And then it comes to it that he's actually banning people who say anything against Ricardo and saying, oh, it's terrible how they all went in on you, Ricardo, and everything. Well, that's what I heard from Red Bull anyway. Could be wrong. So we've got that, and then them painting this entire thing like a couple of old ninnies, a couple of old grandmas who are just crying over the fact I probably spent about, 5 minutes talking to Dean today. Red Bull's great, Rabbit Dude, honestly. Red Bull's great. You can't expect people to be nice around here. Like, fucking hell. If I was saying that, do you think I'd be talking to Albert now? Jesus. He's your mate. He's shocking. He's one of the worst ones. He's way worse than Red Bull. What are you talking about? Just because you're on the right side of him. You know what I mean? You know where you are and who you're knocking around with. Come on, Rabbit Dude. Anyway, are we up for doing this AI thing? I'm up for doing that, you know. I may get a night off on Tuesday night. If you fancy doing it Tuesday night, we could do a bit of it. Or I say night, for me, it might be quite early for you. Like I could do it. I could fit it around you on a Tuesday, potentially. If you did want to do it. I think it'd be fun. And see if Vic wants to do it as well. No, he isn't. Well, you would say that because he says stands up to you. See, the thing is, Albert, right, is that we have our disagreements, and you might have your disagreements with Red Bull and whatnot, but we're all from the legacy of Rick, all of us. And as much as you want to downplay that, did you watch the end of my fucking stream? Hey up, Captain End the Games Master. Nice to see you. Oh, nice to see you. It does. Well, anyway, but the whole point is people saying shit, whether you agree with it or not, people being opinionated, but having something behind it. Now, with you used to do that. And then you just started being like a bellyache who just chucked loads of stuff and just bellowing it out so that was all it was. But there is something there with you still. But like with Dean, it was just bullshit. With Ricardo, it's just bullshit. It's just pure bullshit. Queefs. Why? What's going on at Queefs? What's he got to do with anything? I should turn up the Twigs, really. But you can't even hear the sound. Better. Let's get the mystery going, the mystery of the Twigs. Because I know everyone really gives a shit about them. But I do. I care. I care about the Twigs. My voice is funny today. I don't know why. Probably not drunk enough water today. It's probably something to do with it. What are you talking about then? He says CP's staying captain in the game master. Did he? Did he now? Did he say that today? That's interesting. That's an interesting thing for him to say. Really? Well, why doesn't he ask me this to me with my face? This is the question. This is the question. Thank you, Captain and the Games Master. Well, we're not. We're not actually. Yeah, there we are. We're not dating. But this is interesting, isn't it? My word. I want to know, when did he say that? Yeah, that's it. Red Bull's nothing compared to Albert. Jesus, man. You know what I mean? Let's be right, you know. Yeah, that's it. We're actually friends, and they just got threatened. They just got massively threatened by someone new coming in anyway, and that would have been fine, except then it got shaken again. Oh, there's my phone call. Oh, shit. Right, have to bear with me a second, guys. A sec. Right, that's my sister. That's my sister. So I'm going to have one more game on the Twigs. She's 10 minutes away. So I'm babysitting today for my nephew. So that'll be nice. And then I'm going to cook tea for everybody. See, that's it. It's like, you know, it's just entertainment, innit, this? It's just fucking like, my word, the vitriol coming off that hideous piece of shit, Ricardo Code. And it's like, I'm not even just being like him about it and just calling him names for the sake of it. He really has. Let's just go with his fucking behaviours. Me and Red Bull have a laugh, and he does that. I've never been nothing but respectful towards Evil, even when he's been treating me with absolute disrespect. And he does that. That's fair enough. And then, obviously, there's all this stuff with Captain N, the Games Master, and me just having a mate being and then they do that, you know, and it really is like, who was I talking to earlier? I think it was Dean. And so every time I got anywhere with anything, they would put the fucking kibosh on it. And so the fucking rats were at it, obviously, because that was your fucking job. That's what you were trying to do. But they were at it as well. And that's what I was saying to Dean. They were both at it. I've seen that happen many times. So, you know, this time it's going to be a new chapter because I can just go forward unfettered under my own beat of my own drum. And they can call me what they want because the restrictions were never from people calling me names. The restrictions were behind the scenes. And that's all been blasted open now, especially with these guys crying and lying. Oh, my God, what are you doing lying and crying? After all that, are you going to do that? Are you really going to do that? Fucking hell, guys. That's what I'm like about it when I see it. I'm laughing, but, man, what are you doing? Like, there's no need. Oh, shit. It's funny as fuck, though, I have to say. I was laughing. I was laughing when I left today, because I was just like off on the school run, and I was just chuckling to myself, knowing that there's all these guys just like ruffled, all ruffled, so very ruffled and interested in little old me. That was so fucking funny. And any of my mates, if they fucking knew about this, they'd be fucking pissing themselves laughing at this. But nobody cares, and nobody knows. Nobody knows about this. Apart from Lima. Oh, it's fucking hilarious, man. Talk about monsters in your pocket. Today, especially, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying all the time, but that one today was something else where you're just like, you're joking, like, oh my God, are these guys so starved? Are these guys so starved that they're going to make shit out of that? But I knew they would, you see. Everyone would just shit out of anything. But that was the thing. I knew they'd make shit out of that. So that's why I did it. Why not? It was time. You know, they've pushed it. They've changed everything. Evil has changed it by going, well, you know, it's up to you to fight it out. So, you know, I'm just going to be neutral, and then not being neutral very quickly, because Ricardo is very manipulative and very easy to he gets people very easily. So yeah, he got, and so therefore the paradigm shifted, and these are the results. This is what's happened, because you're not going to hold my hands behind my back while you beat me up. No way, mate. I'm going to move freely through this place now. And you are not going to tell me what to do or what not to do or what I think and what I don't think by doing certain things. And you're not going to fucking judge me by your own fucking standards and your own low standards and think that you can fucking talk me out of the way because I'm on a different time zone and because I don't give as much of a fucking shit about it than fucking Ricardo with his bleeding arsehole. It's that pair of old grandmas. You're just as bad as the PSG, just as bad. And like I said in my upload, I went over there to see what was going on when I left Dean to it. I was like, I'm not bothering, leave him to it. Like, here he is coming to milk it off another fucking thing. But again, they gave it to him. They do this shit. So why not? Like, at this point, like, this is where we're at. I've been struggling to try and battle that all this time. Like, no, mate, you guys have been telling me that I should just accept your way of bitching about me and then telling me that you're my friend. So and that is just a joke. So fair, so be it. Do you know what I mean? Hoist by your own petards there, mates. And you're never going to be as pissed off with anybody as you are with yourself. And that's what I'm going to get the brunt of that. But that's okay, because you guys are witch finders, and that's how it goes. And I'm just here in the fucking battle zone being a fucking badass. And you guys can cry about it as much as you fucking like. And I'm going to go and babysit my nephew in a minute. And I don't know what to make for tea. So I think it might be a ham salad. But it's not actually that nice, the weather today. It's all right. I don't know if it's salad weather. Oops. But they always come for an early tea. They come for an early tea on a Monday. So I like to have it done, ready. And so for an early tea, I like to have some sort of a salad based affair. In fact, his elbow in here. His elbow's still in. What do you suggest? Where is he? Is he gone? All right, he's gone. He's not bothered. I'm going to ask him for a suggestion for a summery, salady type affair, which would be easy to prepare in advance. Oh, I fucked up, mates. It's like using me, using you. You know what I mean? It's like once it comes and bites them back on the arse, they don't like it as much then, do they? They don't like it then. When they're being held to their own fucking shit bullshit that they've been spewing. That, oh yeah, it's all mates, it's all jokes. So fucking... What's it? There was the time when Evil decided that Albo was all right. Oops, calling me a dog. And then there's a time when Ricardo's gone on to Albert's and all that shit, so they can fuck right off. Right then. Why? I have unbanned him. I unbanned him on Sunday, on that Sunday 2 weeks ago. I think it was now, because I've not done a crunch for a couple of weeks because there was too much feasting from those guys, and it was like the smallest thing would have just fed them forever. So I was just like, let's just see, and then it just turned out how it was. Have they? Exactly. Well, that's what I'm talking about. It's hilarious. I was just laughing on my way to take him to school, like just laughing about those guys. And I knew it, and then the time when I did actually click on, Ricardo was like, oh, thank you, CP, thank you. And I was like, yes, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I'm glad you get it. No star, Cariad. No star. Because I can, because I was learning Welsh, maybe. Let him call me what he wants, because he's just showing his own self. I don't call him by his race. I don't have a go at any of them. But for anyone, for anything like that. I don't bring up that shit. There's no need. I can just go on because I'm on so irregularly as well, and my time zone. So it's like I only really can be asked to say something when I've got something to say. I'm not just going to sit there going, oh, this fucking guy from wherever and doing this for the, well, actually I would say they're doing this bit, but like, you know, this person from wherever and he's disgusted and he does this and he looks like this and he's, I wouldn't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm just calling out people's behaviours because they hate it, especially him. And I've got the bugger by the toe. I've got you by the toe, Ricardo. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to bugger off because my sister will be here in a minute. And she's like, "Oh, he'll be all right. He'll be asleep." I'm like, "Nah, you're all right. I'm not going to multitask on this one." Sorry for the short stream. It's only been half an hour. Can you believe that? Only half an hour. I didn't get very far with the twigs. You never know. It might work out. I don't know. Ricardo doesn't know a lot of things, and we're going to get to see his ignorance here. Get ready with your ignorance corn on your Judas. Oh no, I say ignorance butter on your Judas corn, because that's what series 2 is all about. And on that, I'm going to see you all later. Thanks for popping by, everybody. I'll be back with some more twigging later. See ya.